So the BJP now lashing out at the Aam Aadmi Party, referring to the Supreme Court order which denied bail to Manish Sisodia and very clearly also referred to a money trail, saying 338 crores money trail has been tentatively established. It's using this that the BJP is now firing at AAP, particularly at Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, who's been vociferously backing his deputy, who's been constantly also saying that this is nothing but a political witch hunt and that the courts would come and ensure justice for Manish Sisodia. With now the case of Sisodia not standing in court, it's a big setback for the Aam Aadmi Party, and politically as well, the BJP is latching on to this. To get you details of what exactly the Supreme Court said, they've denied bail to Manish Sisodia in the corruption, money laundering cases related to the alleged Delhi excise policy scam. A bench of Justices Sanjiv Khanna and SV Bhatti issued directives to ensure the trial concludes within a span of 6 to 8 months. Now, importantly, the Supreme Court has also said that a money trail of 338 crores has tentatively been established in the case, and thereby the court ordered the trial to be completed in 6 to 8 months. Sources suggest that the reason why Sisodia failed the bail test includes destruction of evidence, arm twisting of evidence, close ties with key multiple accused. The BJP, meanwhile, has reiterated its demand for Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal's resignation over these serious charges of corruption against the AAP leaders, one after another. Remember that as far as Manish Sisodia is concerned, he was arrested by the CBI on February 26. Then in March, the Enforcement Directorate also stepped in, arresting Sisodia in a money laundering case, stemming essentially from the CBI FIR after questioning him in the Tihar jail.
इस निर्णय के बाद यह स्पष्ट हो गया है कि ये मनीष सिसोदिया सहित आम आदमी पार्टी का शीर्ष गैंग ये पूरी तरह से भ्रष्टाचार में लिप्त है और इनका मनी ट्रेल इस्टेब्लिश हो चुका है। और मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि जो पाप करता है वो एक न एक दिन उसके सामने आता है। अरविंद केजरीवाल की भी गिरफ्तारी निश्चित रूप से होगी।
Today, no less than the same Supreme Court, which they were quoting just a few weeks back, has come out categorically with a verdict that money trail has been established, the Sharab Ghotala has taken place. Today, the question is that how long will Mr. Kejriwal continue to defend these people? Today, Mr. Kejriwal must resign. And today, one thing is established, that the entire Aam Aadmi Party is involved in the Sharab Ghotala.
ये बहुत बड़ा फैसला है इस संदर्भ में कि जब कोर्ट ने ये भी कहा है कि पैसे के लेन देन की जो कड़ियां हैं वो साफ हैं। अरविंद केजरीवाल साहब तो कहते थे कि कोई घोटाला हुआ ही नहीं। पहले ट्रायल कोर्ट ने, उसके बाद हाई कोर्ट ने और अब सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने जब जमानत याचिका खारिज कर दी है, अब तो ये स्पष्ट है अरविंद केजरीवाल और मनीष सिसोदिया भ्रष्ट हैं।
सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने भी ये माना कि जिस तरह से दिल्ली को लूटा गया है, जेबें भरी गई हैं, बड़े बड़े व्यापारियों के साथ मिलकर करोड़ों रुपया लूटा गया है, उसके बाद ऐसे लोगों को जमानत नहीं मिल सकती। आज बड़ा स्पष्ट हो गया, जो अरविंद केजरीवाल बार बार कहता था कि जी हम तो सच्चे हैं, जी हमें तो सरकार ने जबरदस्ती फंसा दिया। अब ईडी भी गलत थी, डिस्ट्रिक्ट कोर्ट भी गलत थी, हाई कोर्ट भी गलत थी, आज से अरविंद केजरीवाल की नजर में सुप्रीम कोर्ट भी गलत हो जाएगी।
All right, we'll take this across to our reporters in just a bit to explain for you what exactly the Supreme Court observed in this matter. Anisha Mathur is live with us with more details on that. Anisha, on what grounds really was Sisodia's bail plea dismissed? A lot of questions and a lot of people talking about the highlights of the Supreme Court observations, which seem to suggest that this case was going in Sisodia's favor, and it suddenly turned with today's ruling.
Well, Akshata, today what the court has said, and we are still waiting for the detailed judgment to be released by the Supreme Court, but what the bench of Justices Sanjiv Khanna and SV Bhatti has said in the court is very, very simple. The PMLA has specific provisions when it comes to bail. What the ED had to prove to deny bail is that there is a prima facie case. If there is a prima facie case, then bail cannot be granted under PMLA. And the court has said that we had asked a number of questions. The answer to some of those were given to us, but tentatively it seems that there is evidence of a money trail of about 338 crore rupees. And that money trail is exactly why Manish Sisodia has been denied bail in this particular case. Now, remember, the ED and the CBI have both informed the Supreme Court that they are still investigating the matter, that this investigation is going to go on further, that there is more that is to come out during the hearing. In fact, if you remember, if our viewers would remember, the Supreme Court had asked a very, very specific question about the money trail itself, that where is the money? How are you saying Manish Sisodia was involved at all? But today, in the brief observations that were given in the Supreme Court, the court has noted that while all the questions we have asked have not been answered, there is a money trail of tentatively 330 crore that does seem to involve Manish Sisodia, and that is why the bail has been rejected by the apex court. Now, the details, of course, of what the ED has said and what has been accepted by the court will come out when the detailed judgment comes out. But it is a big setback, not just for Manish Sisodia, but for the party itself. And as we just saw, the BJP has taken this up as an immediate attack, that there seems to actually be a money trail. This is going to be a big question now for the Aam Aadmi Party also. And this is something that the ED and the CBI will be talking about when the matter comes up before the trial court next.
All right, we'll await the full order of the Supreme Court, because that will really give us more details on the grounds of which Sisodia didn't get bail. But thanks, Anisha, for joining us with those details. Based on the arguments put forth by the agencies, we've kind of decoded for you exactly why Sisodia failed the bail test and has been handed this massive setback by the Supreme Court. Some of the charges against him are extremely grave, and the Enforcement Directorate, in its arguments in the top court, highlighted some of this. They said that Sisodia could destroy evidence, mobile phones which had crucial details of the liquor scam were destroyed. They said data was already wiped out. Now, likely arm twisting of witnesses. This is something that agencies highlight, particularly in the arrest of high-profile individuals, saying that if they're out on bail, there's a strong possibility of witnesses being influenced. Close ties with multiple of the key accused. If you look at the entire liquor scam, there are several AAP leaders. There are also businessmen linked directly to Manish Sisodia by agencies who are also named as an accused. So that's something, again, that agencies are referring to. The next point is particularly crucial, because until now, we never really had a number corroborating with the liquor scam. Now, according to the Supreme Court, and this is what they've said a money trail of 338 crore rupees has been tentatively established, based, of course, on what the ED has found so far. Now, another point is that the direct role in forming policy as excise minister has been highlighted repeatedly. It's the reason that Manish Sisodia currently is behind bars. Tweaking the excise policy as a minister. Now, that is the allegation against Manish Sisodia as far as the liquor scam is concerned. And this is some of the highlights of what the Enforcement Directorate has said in court. Perhaps many of these points stuck, which is why the Supreme Court has refused to give bail to Manish Sisodia. So far, pin drop silence from the Aam Aadmi Party. There hasn't been a single statement or comment on this massive setback that they've suffered. It isn't just a personal setback to Sisodia, but a political one for the Aam Aadmi Party. Why? Because only recently you had Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal terming his government's fight with the centre as the second freedom struggle, and even compared the likes of Manish Sisodia, of Satyendra Jain, who've been accused in corruption scams, to martyr Bhagat Singh.
सीबीआई वाले उनके गांव गए, गांव में पता किया भाई कोई जमीन खरीदी हो मनीष सिसोदिया ने, वो कुछ नहीं, उसके पल्ले फक्कड़ आदमी है, उसके पल्ले धेला है नहीं, कह रहे हैं इतना बड़ा घोटाला किया, घोटाले का पैसा कहाँ है? तो सब कुछ फर्जी है, सब कुछ फर्जी है। केवल और केवल प्रेशर बनाने के लिए मनीष सिसोदिया को, उसको कहा जा रहा है कि देखो सत्येंद्र जैन पे भी तो कोई केस नहीं है, वो भी तो झूठा केस है, उस पर 6 महीने हो गए जेल में। तो मनीष सिसोदिया जेल जाने से नहीं डरता, सत्येंद्र जैन जेल जाने से नहीं डरते, इसलिए हम कहते हैं कि ये आज के भगत सिंह हैं।